Riveting content. Empowering your life. Welcome to The Sphere. This episode is sponsored by Houston Housewives of Finance. For more information on increasing your cash flow, becoming your own money manager, and to schedule your complimentary personal finance strategy, contact the Houston Housewives of Finance today at 1-844-700-4463.
The Sphere Network. Looking to advertise? Join the Sphere's vast demographic reach of thousands of people all over the world. Send an email today at advertise@thesphere.tv or call us at area code 832-772-7789. Elite Dental Wellness. At Elite Dental Wellness, Dr. Ashandra Baptiste understands that one of the biggest obstacles is dental fear. The vision at Elite Dental Wellness is to ensure every patient is treated with respect, ultimate care, patience, and love. Call us today to make an appointment at area code 713-789-8680.
What's up, good people? Welcome back to another great episode of Technocrats. I am your host, Gary Lee, also known as G Hawkins. Of course, you can find me anywhere online, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snappity, chatting at G Hawkins. That's G Hawkins with a Z. And I'm with the lovely Jennifer Hocklish. Jennifer, how are you, my dear?
I am great for this Friday evening.
Good
Thank
deal.
you for asking.
Yeah. How's your mom doing?
She is wonderful.
Okay.
Thank you for
Good
asking.
deal. Shout out to Jennifer's mom. She has a birthday coming up pretty soon, or something. I don't know. She's gonna turn up.
The foolery.
Geriatric. But we've got
wait,
a great.
did you just
It's
did
cool.
you just
It's
come
cool.
for my mother?
No, I
did
not.
you really?
I did
will
not.
tear
And
this studio.
We want to say what's up to all those on Facebook Live. For those that are tuned in right now, Facebook Livers, we love you. We support y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you say hi so we know we can see you and shout you out in studio. And of course, if you got any questions while we're talking about technology here on Technocrats, let us know. We have built this show to be the ins and outs of technology to empower the digital you. So we need your support. We need your feedback. And of course, we're in springtime now. So if there's some technical walkthroughs you want us to do, some 101, anything on the tech side that's going to enrich your life, let us know. Drop it in chat right here on Facebook Live or shoot us an email, technocrats@thesphere.tv, or any social media. Use @thesphere.tv. Our coveted hashtag is Technocrats, and we will get right back with you and implement that right into our show. So we built this for you, so please take advantage of it. Jay, you ready to dive into some technology today?
I am. I
Okay.
would like to take a minute to say hey to my cousin Michelle. She's tuned in.
What's up,
Hi.
Shell? What it do? Where happy hour at? I'm just asking. No?
You're not her friend. Mm-mm.
I'm going to send you a friend request, Shell. I'll just let you know. I'm sending you a friend request. Because you just said hey to Jen and not me. But anyway, so let's dive into our first segment for today, and that's going to be Mobility Weekly. So on Mobility Weekly, we like to discuss everything that happens in that portable little computer you call your mobile phone. This particular week, we've got something called Till Death Do You Tweet? And this is an interactive seminar for students and parents that's bringing about awareness of your online presence. Jay, let's talk a little bit about this. What's going on with Till Death Do You Tweet?
So, Till Death Do You Tweet is a online platform, and it was started by Stephanie Humphrey. She's a tech life expert.
Shout out to Steph.
And basically, the platform focuses on digital citizenship and how it brings awareness to students and parents about their digital footprint and how you should represent yourself online and the consequences of what may happen should you do something foolish or, full behavior. But when you first get to the website, it's a pop-up that comes up and it asks you to enter your email address if you would like to receive this, printout pamphlet, and it's top 10 social networks every parent should know. And so on that handout, it breaks it down into 4 categories that highlight specific focus of those apps under those categories.
Sure.
So for instance, Yubo is a live streaming app that I had no knowledge of. And Lipsy is an anonymous app, kind of like Ask.fm, where, you know, she puts out that under these certain websites or apps, especially the anonymous one, cyberbullying can take place, and just showing you how to protect yourself and how to protect your children from things like that and what to be aware of. And I pointed out Yubo and Lipsy specifically because, you know, I'm an aunt. I'm a godmother, and I had no idea about those apps. So it kind of brought awareness to me. And I like the platform itself. I like what she's doing.
Yeah, I'm going to have to reach out to Stephanie and see if she wants to come on one of our other shows, Startup Masters. I'd love to get some insight and back end and even bring her as a guest on here to kind of break down the app and talk about some of her inspirations in technology. Because I think this is important. I don't have any children, but I would want to know what they're doing in technology. I would want to know what the latest social media trend is that their friends are sharing at school, whether that's, you know, K-8, whether that's K-12, whether that's college. I would want to be abreast of those things because obviously, you know, I would, if I was a parent, I would still have some type of responsibility for my child, especially at a younger age. But even into some of these older years, I still want to be to some degree responsible for what they do or don't do, or be aware of what's going on so that I can add input. But I think a lot of times the bigger picture is that people need to be brand aware and stop thinking of themselves just as an individual, but simply as a brand that lives and breathes, and anything that's done in this social sphere, so to speak, will be there for the rest of your life. Yeah. Hence this great name, Till Death Do You Tweet, right? It's literally there for until you die, and then of course afterwards, right?
Exactly. She has a video in there that kind of give a pretense, because she does actually come out to schools and host seminars there. And in this video is her actually hosting a seminar, it looks like at a high school, and explaining to the children there that you like Snapchat is cool, you think that what you put on there is gone within those 24 hours, but Snapchat has servers, so it's not really gone, it's just gone from you, it's gone from your friends to be able to see, but it's backed up somewhere, and it's probably backed up somewhere else from that.
Oh yeah. So yeah, they're not playing with their PCs.
Exactly. So it stays around, and that's what they don't realize. They're under a false pretense.
Yeah, people screenshotting. I mean, come on. I mean, we all, no, I'm not gonna say we all do it, but I mean, maybe, I don't know. But till death do you tweet.
Exactly.
That is what it is. For those that are tuned in right now, Michelle, we do still see you in chat. Let us know what you think about this. Is this a service? If you're a parent, is this a service that you want to be aware of and get connected with? If you're not a parent, do you think it's important for parents to know what their kids doing and have some type of responsibility in regards to their technological world? You know, let us know what you think. We want to hear from you. So drop that right in Facebook Live, or shoot us an email with that at technocrats@thesphere.tv. Let's transition away from our Mobility Weekly and over to our digital trends. Now, our digital trends is where all the new hotness and technology lives. Anything that has lived with us for some time has continued to traverse the technological scope of things and is gaining more and more traction and becoming a daily driver in your life. One of the things that we've talked about a lot on this show, Jay, is streaming services. Obviously, everybody's aware of some of your titans in the business. That would be your Netflix, your Hulu. I remember when I was just getting that one DVD a month. I don't know about you, but they were slanging them DVDs. I remember 1 to 3 DVDs.
Yeah, that was before Netflix was the platform it is now.
You know what I'm saying? I remember before Netflix even streamed anything. All you did on the website was choose your DVDs.
And get it delivered to your door.
And you was looking for that 24-hour, 48-hour turnaround time, hoping you stayed close to a service center that gave your DVDs. And I can't tell you how many times somebody stole my DVDs from Netflix, and I had to have a conversation with them like, hey, I sent it back. I don't know where it went, but I put it in the mail. That's all I know.
I've never had that.
I've had it a few times, but somebody was eating my DVDs. But I say that it's been a healthy transition away from the physical media to the streaming. And obviously, I believe they still offer physical media, but today the name of the game is streaming services. That's the digital trend that we live in. Speaking of which, one of their up-and-coming competitors, which is a behemoth in a whole nother genre of technology, is AT&T. And guess what, folks? They've launched a $15 TV streaming service. So AT&T is calling this their skinny bundle that's cost only $15. And as of right now, this is officially the cheapest streaming service that you can get online anywhere. Now, AT&T is currently working on a merger with Time Warner, which will give them roughly about 25 million paid subscribers to go against your HBOs and some of your big players. And that's up with the Justice League for antitrust and things like that. But I want to bring this and bring awareness to this first and foremost because, one, you've got more options, folks. And this is why we create this show. It's important for us as hosts of this technological influence that we've built to give you this information. So you've got a streaming service available from AT&T for $15. You've got other things out there. Obviously your Amazon Primes and things like that. Hulu now offers a TV service along with just their standard streaming, so you can get local channels now through Hulu. You've got you using any other services outside of the big ones that you like to bring to the table?
I have tried. Well, it technically is a big one, but I have tried Sling. I think it's Sling TV.
Is the one I was thinking of. Yeah,
I tried that
How
one.
do you like Sling?
I don't like it.
I appreciate your candor.
Yeah, but it's because of my preference. I'm a la carte type person, and they promote it as that, but it's not really that. Like, you get to pick from the bundle that they are offering. So if it's truly a la carte, I want to be able to pick the networks specifically that I like to watch, and I don't watch live TV. I'm too busy for all of that.
For real, we are now a on-demand type of society, right? We want it when we want it, not necessarily when someone says it needs to be delivered. And before I hop in, Larry, I do see your comment about a parent of a 12-year-old, and yes, it's needed. You are right, sir. That's till death do you tweet. So make sure you check that out and hop on that service from Tech Steph, I believe is her name, or something along those lines.
Tech Life Steph is her handle on IG.
There it is. Y'all friends or something?
I follow her on IG.
Okay. Y'all had conversations, DMs? No? Anything? No? Okay. Cool. I'm just asking. So back to the streaming side of things. Now, DirecTV has DirecTV Now. And, of course, PlayStation has, PlayStation View, I believe. View. So there's a lot of different services out there right now in this particular digital trend that we're talking about with streaming services. There are a lot of players that are out here trying to get your dollar, whether they're offering the a la carte or they're saying that they are, but everyone realizes that cable will die. People want it on demand, and internet access is more important than anything now. Yep. You don't need analog telephony. You don't need over-the-air communications. You need a hard wire coming into your house to provide internet access, which will then give you access to everything else you're accustomed to. I'm
a living testament of that. I don't have cable.
Same here.
So everything is coming through my streaming apps. And if I really wanted to watch live TV, the apps that I currently use, they offer those services like Hulu Live. If I wanted to watch TV, live TV, I could.
And you made me think of another one, YouTube Live, right? Yeah. So YouTube has their own live service as well when we're talking about this streaming services, especially in regards to AT&T and their new $15 skinny bundle. YouTube. I think it's $30 or $35 a month, but they're giving you access to a lot, unlimited DVR space, and that's, of course, already baked into your mobile device, baked into any other device that you've got that has access to YouTube. You're going to be able to get that service. So I think that they have an aggressive pitch. I think their price point could be a little bit better, and I like seeing companies like AT&T, who are some of these giants in technology, or at least from an ISP perspective, being able to now offer something at a lower price point or a lower entry. So speaking of prices and costs, this particular portion of the show is sponsored by the Houston Housewives of Finance. So, did you know that only 4 states in the United States offer financial education? 33% or more than 77 million of Americans don't pay their bills on time. 39% of Americans carry credit card debt from month to month. And 39% of adults say they don't have enough in savings. Don't become one of these statistics, folks. Let Houston Housewives of Finance advise you on increasing your cash flow and becoming your own money manager by scheduling your complimentary personal financial strategy. Contact Houston Housewives of Finance today at area code 1-844-700-4463 or send them an email over to info@houstonhousewivesoffinance.com. Ask them how you can participate in a complimentary, folks, once again, complimentary financial literacy workshop near you. Houston Housewives of Finances are the new faces of the new age of financial services. And I know this to be true because I utilize their services. So make sure you contact these ladies. They will get your life together when it comes to making sure you are on your journey, your financial journey to that proper destination. So staying within the same digital trend, I want to flip over to another up and coming digital behemoth. And I want to preface this conversation with something that we saw happen about 6 months ago. We talked about Netflix, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know how privy you are to Disney's offerings on Netflix, but if you haven't noticed, they yanked all of them, everything.
Really?
Disney said, I'm pulling my stuff from Netflix, right? One of the reasons why is because Disney by itself is such a powerhouse with their MCU franchise and then all their Pixar movies. Everything that they own in that space turns into gold, right? It's very rare that they drop something on the Marvel Studio side or on the Pixar side that doesn't fit the bill. It doesn't cut the mustard. So there's been rumors that Disney's going to launch its own streaming service. And I think here's the beginnings of that with Disney debuting their ESPN Plus streaming service. So this past Thursday, Disney announced that they're doing an all-in-one direct-to-consumer premium streaming service that's going to give thousands of live sporting events as well. Get this, folks, as well as original film and content. This is their first streaming app, and this was launched right next to their free ESPN app, but this is their first streaming service, which to me obviously is going to fill the needs of those who are extreme sports enthusiasts, and this whole country is surrounded by that. But two, and walk with me on this one, Jay, we're in tech. To me, this is the beta test.
Yeah.
To me, this is what's going to showcase, one, their AI intelligence on the back end, any machine learning that they've designed and built so that they can do better searches for individuals. They're going to be able to test a lot of their feature sets that they want to roll out in this next app, which would be Disney's full streaming service app. What's your thoughts on this?
First of all,
giving honor.
Giving honor.
Come on.
Who is the head?
Come on now.
Okay, so the fact that with ESPN Plus that they're going to be offering, what it is, what is the word that I'm looking for? It is
more content.
Great but content. It's great content, but it's specific to that particular platform.
Demographic.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So like documentaries and things like that, I think that's a smart move because then that'll have people that gravitate to your product because they can only get that content there. The fact that they are also thinking about coupling Disney and ABC along with this ESPN, that just creates a wider content variety for this platform. So I'm interested to see how it's going to take off. I'm interested to see how big of a boom it's going to be when it takes off, simply because the main focus of it is going to be sports.
So here's my thing, right? I take things, I'm extrapolating. I'm thinking 5, 10, 20 years down the road. And Mika Diamond, I see you in Facebook. She says we should do a commercial on her radio show. Mika, bring your radio show to the Sphere and turn it into a podcast. How about that? We'll do some quid pro quo around here. But anyway, let me get back focus. So I would say this. Not only is this a smart move now, right? Let me test my enthusiasts, people who are my diehard. Anybody who loves ESPN and loves what they offer today and doesn't mind spending the coin is easily going to get the Plus app and add to their sports montage of info that they're getting, right?
Yeah.
But what happens?
It's affordable too, by the way.
Exactly. But what happens when Disney says, all right, now it's time for me to do my MCU universe. Now it's time for me to do anything that has to do with Marvel Studios as a whole, my Pixar, any of those offerings that I've created. When Disney makes that call, can you imagine the amount of people that's going to flock? And then when Disney turns around and says, all right, not only are we giving you these 21-day from the theater launches, right? Instead of just going to Blu-ray or going to DVD, boom, we're going to take it to the app. Not only are we doing this, but what happens when I cut the head off of an AMC and I say, you know what, we're going to launch this next Marvel Studios movie right on our service. We're not necessarily going to launch it in an AMC, a Tinseltown, in any of these theaters that we know and love. Right. So now you start to compete and you're cutting out the middleman. So to me, it's just one step after the other for that final goal to be able to go direct to their consumer, because then now your bottom line is so much greater. Right. Your capital is so much, your gains are so much higher. Your revenue is so much better simply because now you're taking out all these additional expenses of the middleman. So this is what I see long term. This is just a setup. You're not impressed.
I agree.
Okay. You ain't
I
impressed.
agree.
You're over there like, mm-mm.
No, I don't disagree. I do agree that, of course they have some type of long-term plan, in place, but I don't know. I guess because I'm stuck on ESPN. I guess that's just what my main focus was. But I see. Yeah. I could see it.
Yeah, I looked right
building into
past that. I saw
great.
Disney streaming service. And I was like, this is just the first footstep, because it's a proof of concept. They've got to be able to prove it. Why not use something as strong as sports to do that? That's a great opportunity.
Yeah, I agree. That was smart.
Yeah, there it is. That is.
Yep.
But it's about that time, Facebook Livers. We got to wrap this. Just for y'all, though. We're rapping for y'all. Am I right, Jay?
Yes, you are right. So Facebook Live, we ask that you subscribe to our show on all the major platforms, including iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play, and Stitcher. Review our show in iTunes with constructive feedback. Share this Facebook Live post and the entire show with your family and friends. Donate to our mission to bring enriched and inspiring content each and every week. You can donate at www.thesphere.tv/donate.
There it is, folks. Facebook Livers, we will see y'all later. If you want to continue, make sure you subscribe right here
at the Sphere.
All right, so keeping this party rolling. Next up to bat. It's that rat tat tat tat. Last but not least, Jay Hawk. You brought something interesting to the table. You brought something interesting to our digital trends that we hadn't talked about lately, and that is the idea of 3D printing. Now, for those that are tuned in right now, you're sitting in your car and you're listening to this, or you're watching this on your Apple TV. 3D printing is here, and it's here to stay. Other new materials are being printed each and every day via 3D printers, and it's starting to build and bring efficiencies to the construction table. Something specific that we've been faced in our city and in other cities around this country is obviously the rise in land costs and the rise in home ownership. But the question is, how do you get something stable, something usable, and lower your costs? Well, perhaps this particular 3D printed house could end homelessness as well as some of these other issues when it comes to these big home purchases. Jay, what is the next way of talking about here with this?
So, the article in particular that I brought to the table today talks about a charity called Icon, and it's a charity that is passionate about providing shelter for the impoverished, and they're also a printing company. So they recently designed a house that can be printed in less than 24 hours
Wow.
for about $4,000.
That is crazy.
And so the square footage of these homes is about 600 to 800 square feet, which is pretty impressive to me because that's, at least the size of a studio or at least a small 1-bedroom apartment.
Yeah, definitely.
But did you go to South by Southwest this year?
I didn't.
Okay, well they had the house there.
Oh.
So if anybody attended South by Southwest this year, you were able to see the home there. But I like the idea of this, and I like the cost efficiency of it, and I like the fact that they are targeting a definite need, which is homelessness, and just generally helping those who are having a hard time, maybe struggling, and need something affordable or something attainable to just get back on their feet. The fact that you can print this in less than 24 hours is kind of amazing to me, because that means that you can just, you can shoot out a house a day, basically. Literally, you can shoot out a house a day.
And that's with one machine. Imagine having 10, 100 machines.
Exactly.
You're creating neighborhoods every month.
Exactly. Like, my thought process on it is kind of reminding me of, I guess, General Motors, the factory where they're producing like mass amounts of cars every single day. That was my thought process on it. There are some, I guess, questions about it. Like, is this a permanent fix, or is it just temporary? In regards to the homeless aspect of it. And of course, there's other aspects you have to take into consideration, like city codes and building codes and things like that. But the concept of it, I'm intrigued by, and I love it, actually.
Yeah, I co-sign on that. Well, first and foremost, we need to do something as a country about homelessness. We are 350, 360, 70 million people. That is only or less than 7% of the world's population. 7. Yet we have and create over 60% of the world's wealth. Why? Because technology, because of other industries that we've created and donned here. Obviously, China's catching up on other aspects, if not surpassed in some. But we have a lot of wealth in this country to be such a small part of this world. And we have a very big homeless issue, along with some other issues. These things need to be addressed, and we've got technology that can possibly be that bridge, and that's what it's supposed to be. I mean, tell me if I'm wrong. Technology is supposed to be the thing that solves problems. It's the thing that bridges gaps. Unfortunately, sometimes technology can create other issues, especially if you haven't kept up with technology. You can find yourself without a job in some cases, right?
Right.
But these 3D printed houses, to be able to go up in such a small amount of time and to be able to cost such a small amount of money, to me this says this is probably cheaper to build. If you build a shelter that houses 100 people, you're talking $400,000 to build that same shelter as a building, and one may cost you $10 million. So this is a fifth of the cost at most, right? So when you start looking at the real numbers, you're able to cut into budgets by providing for people in ways that we hadn't thought about doing before. To me, this is clear cut. What I would also like to see is, how does this then transform into your standard commercial build outs for regular residential neighborhoods? How does this transform into commercial build outs in commercial environments? 3D printing versus having to be your stereotypical wood, stucco, brick, putty, whatever the case is for your home that you're trying to build. I mean, we talked a little bit off mic before about home ownership and things like that. Would you consider buying a 3D printed home if it was sound tested and true?
Yeah.
You would?
Yeah.
Okay.
Most definitely. I don't have an issue with that. Just like with any home that's built, it could be, foundation issues, hardware issues. It just comes with the territory. So if it's tested, proved true, I'm with it.
Okay. Well, that is good to hear. Speaking of being with it, folks, this particular portion of the show is sponsored by some people that you need to get with, and that's us right here at the Sphere. So, are you starting your business or looking for a place to advertise? Do you have a need to reach out to thousands of people across the world to build your brand or sell your product? If so, get your product placement and advertising needs handled right here at the Sphere. We offer a wide variety of content delivery platforms, including iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, YouTube, and Stitcher. Plus, we have a vast demographic reach within the United States, as well as modern countries across the globe. Our enriched content and inspiring dialogue, coupled with your strategic ad, is surely to hit the mark. Call us today at area code 832-772-7789 or send us your generous email over to advertise@thesphere.tv. Yes, folks, do that. Do that. Come, yeah, I'll be on it. I'm in my pop culture reference. I got the Commodore 64 shirt on, so that's my zone I'm in right now.
I see.
Plus, I just get excited when I do this show. I mean, I'm talking about stuff I love, right? That's what we're doing.
Right.
But yeah, I'd be down for a 3D printed home. But what would come to my mind though is if we're able to cut costs now by 3D printing this house, how much more home can I purchase with it being 3D printed, right?
Right, because the material is probably easier to come by.
Yeah.
Probably cheaper.
I would assume so.
So
that
makes sense.
The labor's gone, right? Because now the machine's doing everything.
Exactly.
The question I would have is resiliency, reliability. How long can this house last? Is it going to be fire rated to X amount? Will it be storm rated to X amount? Like, can it stand up to 100 miles per hour winds, 200 miles per hour winds? Like, I would want to know those things. What happens with a lot of rain? What happens with flooding? Like this Houston, hashtag Houston strong. We went through some issues with Hurricane Harvey, 1,000-year flood last year. It was real. Wasn't it 1,000? Was it 500?
It
was something like that.
I will not.
But you see where I'm going.
Yeah, I do.
Right. So that would be my question. Obviously, my pause, so to speak, to say, okay, if I'm interested in this, I'd be interested in a 3D home, but durability.
Right.
Is that there?
Right. And to piggyback on what you said about insurance.
Get your own. No, go ahead. You gonna sigh on the mic?
Definitely, because you are causing me some grief today.
Grief.
But in regards to insurance, would an insurance company even consider insuring a 3D printed home?
Oh, I didn't even think of that. Jay Hawk.
Like,
what an insurance company? Come on.
You get what I'm saying? Like, it's built differently.
Yeah.
It's manufactured differently. But they'll have probably the same questions that you did. Is it sound enough?
Yeah.
Am I insuring something that's going to cost my company a bunch of money?
Yeah. Because that could be a liability issue. Well, this house collapsed. It killed such and such. You insured it. You're liable.
Right.
Like,
exactly.
just real talk.
Exactly. So you brought up some good points there.
That was you. That's all you, Jay Hawk. That's all you.
Well, thank you.
Well, thank you. We appreciate it. For those that are tuned in, they appreciate that. I'm just excited to see. I'm excited to see technology in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Destroy or at least combat the social norm of progress. Right.
Right.
Combat the things that we take into account. I love that Tesla came into the fold and fought against gasoline, right? I love that. What other companies have done something great? I love that Netflix, we talked about them earlier. They came in and fought against Blockbuster when people were like, what you mean you're going to deliver it to my house? Like my Friday nights was going to Blockbuster.
Right,
So
exactly.
I love it when companies come in and defy our social norms and push the envelope a bit to either A, make us more comfortable or B, make us uncomfortable to accept change.
Yeah.
So it feels good.
My mantra is technology is here to help And I know a lot of people are afraid of technology because essentially they're afraid of change. They're used to doing things their own way.
Sure.
But don't be afraid of technology. Technology is here to help. You tell technology what to do.
Say that. Okay.
Hey,
I see you.
I'm gonna get that
You
put
better,
on.
you better say that.
I can't.
You
But
tell
did you
technology what
gotta
to
rock
do.
your head
You gonna
like
shake
that?
your head?
I'm just saying,
You should have
it's
a little
true.
head on it with the little the waves on the side to
can't-
indicate that it's shaking.
I can't.
You tell technology
You
what to
tell
do.
I mean, but it's true though.
It's true.
It is very true. And in regards to 3D printing, they're building artificial limbs for people who
Come on.
have lost an arm,
Come on.
a leg, a foot. They're using them in the food industry
Tools.
to 3D print food, pastries. You know, so technology is pretty dope. This 3D printing thing is pretty dope, and I'm just excited.
I am too. I'm here for it, folks.
Here
we are
for
here
it.
for it. Last but not least, we're going to pay our last piece of coins, and that's from Elite Dental Wellness.
All right. So this portion of the show is sponsored by Elite Dental Wellness. At Elite Dental Wellness, our vision is to create a welcoming practice that will offer exceptional dental care and a lifetime of dental wellness. We are committed to the finest possible oral care and the overall health and well-being of our patients. Elite Dental Wellness is built upon a foundation of integrity, expertise, and service. Through our commitment to modern dentistry, continuing education, and friendly atmosphere, we strive to make our patients feel that they are a part of our family. Dentistry can be scary, daunting, and uncomfortable. Dr. Baptiste and her team work tirelessly to ensure your comfort. Make your appointment today with Dr. Ashandra Baptiste at Elite Dental Wellness by calling 713-789-8680.
There it is, folks. And remember, if you say the Sphere, you get 50, I almost said 50%. You get $50 off your first service or treatment. So make sure you say the Sphere to get those coins off. Well, Jay, this has been another great show.
It has.
Thank you so much for your insight and technology. We appreciate it. You got anything going on that you want the people to know about?
No, nothing pressing at this time.
Good deal. Good deal.
Nothing. What are you doing this weekend?
MS 150 bike
Oh.
riding from Houston to Austin,
did.
supporting to find the cure for multiple sclerosis. So if anyone's in the Austin area, make sure you come out. There'll be thousands of people coming in on their bicycles on Sunday afternoon, or just depending on how treacherous the wind is. Hopefully we'll get a tailwind. But yeah, riding from Houston to Austin. And it's my 9th year, so I've done it a few times, to say the least.
Okay.
I'm just excited to continue to sow into this battle of multiple sclerosis, and I'm here for it. I am here for
That's
it.
our tagline for the day. I'm here for
I'm
it.
here for it. Okay.
Got it. Got
I
it.
am here for it.
Got
But
it.
for those that are here for the technology, you can find us each and every week. You got any questions, shoot us an email, technocrats@thesphere.tv. Hit across all our social media platforms @thesphere.tv. Use our coveted hashtag Technocrats. Jayhawk, where can the good people find you at?
You can find me on Twitter. My handle is JH85Tech.
There it is. And of course, you can find me anywhere online: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Post Office, Girls and Boy Scouts of America, @GHawkins. That's G Hawkins with a Z. This has been another great episode. We will see you all next time. Take care, folks.